bass player, which you can see, much less a fretless bass player or a fretless of anything. But this is our 30-inch scale Chicky Boom HoboElectric. It's not a standard model for us, but by custom order we created this one. In fact, we got an order for a 2-string 30-inch scale HoboElectric bass, set up to E and A. What we did is common to us for custom orders. As long as it's something we think we can sell in our normal product line, we actually built a second version of it. So for custom orders, you ask us to build it. We build you a couple, and you can choose the one you want. We'll put the other one out on our open market. And then, because I've always wanted to, I built a 3-string version of it. We'll get into that in a minute. But this is the 2-string version. It is, again, like I said, E, A, and fretless. So let's take a listen to that real quick again, and we'll move on to the next one because I don't want to keep you too long. In case you're wondering what I have this running through, it's not a bass amp. I don't have a bass amp. I have a Mackie board going DI in, and then from there I'm hitting a Behringer compression unit, and then going straight to my speakers. That's pretty much it. It's a PZO pickup, a classic pickup for amplifying guitars back in the days before we had coil pickups. And this is our 2-string version with an E and A on it. Now, careful, there's going to be a pop here. It's not so bad. Alright, now let's move on to the other version of this. Back, peg straps. If you want to service the guitar, you go into the back here panel and you get inside and service these. That's how HoboElectric is built. Fully serviceable. You don't have to take anything apart. That wasn't intended to come apart. Let's see, let's crank that volume up. And mahogany neck. And you've got a nice watercolor stain on this one. In fact, all these have it. Normally we put a pick guard on this, but the guy that requested these is in a, well, it's kind of a traditional instruments, I guess you would call it folk sort of band. And their musician right now that plays bass, who's the gift for, plays a 1-string washtub bass. And so I wanted to give them something that could be A, worn, so she can move around, and B, still look in the tradition of the band. So the idea is, what if someone built a bass 150 years ago for a band? What would it look like if they actually nailed the current model design as far as body shape? So this is what I came up with. I had fun with the head. This one I sort of imaged a stand-up bass from the side when I imagined it and cut it out in the bandsaw, and I'm really happy with that. At first I thought, then I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. Alright, let's see what this one sounds. Again, this one is set up to D, G, the other half of a standard bass. Okay, now it could be just because I have no idea what I'm doing, but I prefer these 2 smaller strings to get something going, a little funkier move, a little flat to them, a little punch. Now it could just because I have got a bass amp, and B, I don't know what I'm doing. Now let's take a look at the 3rd bass. Now this one, like I said, I've always been curious about building a 3-string bass and seeing what that's like. Again, back view. Nice brown water stain on this one. Service panel, so you can pop in there. Strings come through on the back. The 3-string version was a bass that was used primarily in Europe before they created the double bass, the 4-string bass that we understand today. Apparently there were 3-string basses before then, and they were commonly tuned to A, D, G. So the top 3 strings from a standard bass today, so apparently when they added the double bass and had the 4th string on there, they supplied an E. Again, fretless, and let's see what this one sounds like. Let's turn the so I won't torture you anymore with my obvious bass skills. These are Chicky Boom HoboElectric acoustic basses, fretless, 30-inch scale. If you're interested in one of these, I'd be happy to build some more. We might add it to our product line if they do well or show some interest, but I'm very happy with these. Thank you very much, and have a good day.